My name is Derek Morrison. I'm a sales manager with Toshiba Canada. And today I'd like to demonstrate to you our Toshiba BFV4T desktop label printer with optional external roll holder installed. As you can see, this is a side view of the Toshiba BFV4T label printer with the external roll holder installed. The advantage of the external roll holder is you can put on this printer rolls, standard size rolls of paper or labels that are much larger than the actual printer itself. This allows you to have great, in this case, this is an 8-inch roll of paper, and you can get a much lower cost of operation, much faster shipping when using full-size standard labels. With the external media holder as well, you can use a much wider variety of labels, such as this roll of pre-printed color labels, where you're basically just typing in the variable information you require in black. Or we could be printing on labels such as these, which are polyvinyl labels that are often used in industrial locations like to mark warehousing. Very durable, very hard, won't tear, waterproof, very resistant. Or we could print on polyvinyl tags that are very difficult to tear. They're waterproof. They're blank on one side where you type in your variable information, and it's using a black bar indicator. Or it could be a roll of custom size labels. For example, in this one, we're printing a price, a barcode, and a product number on a label and attaching it to a product. Or we could be printing on pre-printed color labels, such as this one here, where again, we're typing in our variable information. So the external roll holder adds a lot of additional capability to this very inexpensive desktop printer at a very low cost. And here you can see it's very easy to take the label holder or the label guides to change your labels. So this is a better view of the Toshiba BFV4T label printer. I'm just going to open it up here, and you can see in the front is where the thermal transfer ribbons attached to the printer. You can see that the labels pass right through the middle of the printer and out to the back where the label roll holder is. So it's very easy to change your ribbons or your labels in the printer. And this would be an image of the printer printing 12 labels. So I want to take a moment to talk about the advantages of using Toshiba original ribbons in our line of industrial label printers. This ribbon here features a 984-foot long ribbon. It's made for the BFV4T printer. It features a Toshiba branded leader on the front of the ribbon, which gives the user a good visual indicator that they are loading the ribbon properly into the printer, and a spare take-up core that most of our competitive vendors do not include when they quote ribbon pricing. This larger ribbon is for our BFV4T label printers. It is 1,968 feet long, about 25% longer than our closest competitor. And the advantage of that is that the user has much less frequent user intervention to reload the ribbons. To make sure that you're loading your ribbons correctly into the BFV4T label printer, note that the ribbon should come off the back of the supply spool and onto the front of the take-up spool. If your ribbons look like this when they're loaded in the printer, where they're coming off the top of the supply spool and onto the take-up spool, you've loaded your ribbons incorrectly. Finally, to check to make sure that your ribbons are loaded properly into the printer, you'll notice on the ribbon there is a shiny backside and a matte front side. It is the carbon that is attached to the leader on the front side that you want facing towards you. To make sure you've done that, simply take a piece of tape and pull the carbon off the ribbon, and you'll know that you have the ribbon facing the correct way. So the labels we just saw printed often have to be designed in software. Toshiba provides, with all our label printers, a free copy of Toshiba Bartender Ultralight software. But you might find that could be the free copy could be lacking some features that you need. In this case, this particular label design was created in Bartender Designer or Bartender 2022. So at Toshiba, we can provide you the starter version, professional, enterprise, and beyond versions to meet all your business labeling needs. So what we're looking at now is the Toshiba supplies a piece of software known as the BFV setting tool. This just allows us to program the printer from our computer. We can do things like change all the settings inside the printer. We can download things like firmware. We could use this button called Tool, where we could change the emulation of the printer. So for example, we want to replace a current Zebra printer, we could put it in Z mode, which will allow us to use just drop this printer in and use the same print driver and away we print. We can do the same with, for example, Intermec, or in this one, D mode is Datamax Honeywell. We can easily drop in our printers to work in their print environments with their print drivers. One of the big advantages of the BFV setting tool is it allows us to easily remote into your computer via something like Windows 10 Quick Assist or TeamViewer to provide fast diagnosis of any printing problems you might have. As you can see, this is my contact information. Any questions, I'd be happy to help. The Toshiba BFV4T thermal transfer label printer fits compactly in your desk. It's about 20 inches in length with the optional label holder installed. It allows you to print a wide variety of labels and at a very reasonable cost. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.